Opera singing sounds like they first have a low voice and then they just go high.
In plays, voice doesn't go up and down. The voice doesn't go up and down, up and down.
Our overarching goal for the Opera's elementary program is to have kids have a really direct and authentic experience with opera, to be in the theater and just be wowed with what they see, and be totally taken in by and transported. The repertoire for this year's program was Unsuk Chin's Alice in Wonderland, and the music is really spiky and it's modern music.
When I first listened to the opera, I was like, oh, I don't know if I can sell this or not. But I don't know if it's because it's so different than anything they had ever heard before. They really connected with the music. My kids loved the aria, If I Never Reached the Garden.
If I never reach the garden.
And then going to the actual opera, it was really neat hearing so many kids singing along with them.
We were singing too. I was singing.
A lot of the kids were buzzing about the songs that they knew and how high they sing, and they were so loud and they didn't even use microphones.
It's so exciting when you can look over at a group of kids and they're all just leaning forward in their seats, completely transfixed.
My favorite part was when the Queen of Hearts set off with her head.
My favorite part was when the caterpillar went over Alice's head.
And then the caterpillar turned into a butterfly and flew away.
My favorite part in the show was when I have so many parts I can't even tell.
We're getting at the art form in all different ways. We provide activities for the teachers to actually do in their classrooms. We provide them with a CD of some of the music. We have a tour of 4 artists that goes into the schools, and they do an interactive workshop. They have all the kids in an auditorium and they are on their feet, they're singing, they're stretching, they're learning how an opera singer vocalizes.
When the teaching artists came to our school in our own auditorium, the kids thought it was amazing that they came to us and they were singing for us. It made them feel really special.
Today we were working on making puppets in a very similar way that I made puppets for Alice in Wonderland. With kids especially, when you try and make a piece of art and it doesn't turn out the way you want, it gets so frustrating. And working with paper and working with pieces of tape and working with something that's super simple is a great way to overcome those barriers, because they can make something that they can hold in their hand, that they can move around, and they can get to the action and the performance, which is really the key to making a good puppet. I feel like there's good theater and there's not so good theater. And unfortunately, a lot of kids programming is not so good theater. I think it's really great that City Opera is making a real point to make good theater and have kids see it.
All the children in our school that have seen it continually ask me, when are we going back to the opera?
You never know who is going to be affected by the art form. It just speaks to some children. That's why it's so important that we reach as many kids as possible, because we don't know for whom this is going to be transformational.
I'm a natural opera singer.
I think it was fabulous.